Now, it's universally considered to be the best way to feed a baby, so it's surprising that in 2020 many mothers still feel embarrassed or fearful to breastfeed in public. Well, it is World Breastfeeding Week, so to help address the pressures and barriers surrounding breastfeeding, we are joined by mum of two kids under two, bless her heart, former High Five star Charlie Robinson.
Good morning to you, Charlie.
Good morning and welcome back to you, and congratulations, Sylvia.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to start by saying you are impossibly beautiful and glamorous for someone who has a two-week-old with beautiful Theodora there. And of course, it's feeding time in your house right now. I feel at 2 weeks of age, every time is feeding time. But a lot of people would say to you, it's very brave. Some people might even say it's inappropriate for you to feed on national television. What do you say to that?
Well, it was either that or you're going to cross to an empty screen because you just woke up. I always say, like, for example, David, if you just woke up and you said, I'm parched and I need a drink, and I said, no, I'm not going to give you any drinks until you're going to practice self-control and do it on my schedule. No one would do that if they love you. So it's the same with a baby. Why would you ever hold them back if they need to eat? And that's why I'm just such a proud ambassador for World Breastfeeding Week. I saw the stats that Philips Avent put out on the survey that over half of Aussie women feel isolated when they've had a baby and they don't feel like they can go out and breastfeed. It's 2020. How is that possible? So I really wanted to talk about it this morning because we need to break that stigma and that taboo. This is nature. This is natural, and a baby needs to feed. It should be celebrated.
Absolutely. And I also want to put it out there. There are a lot of parents out there, a lot of mothers out there who actually have not been able to breastfeed or can't breastfeed for whatever reason. So we're certainly not trying to shame anybody who can't do it.
Every mum is doing
every
their
and all kids,
absolute
they all
best.
grow up, they all look the same to me. But look, I want to talk about if you've been out in public, Charlie, and you've had to do this, because there are still people that shame women when they're breastfeeding in public, and I don't get it. Have you experienced this?
Yeah, I have actually, but I've had both sides of it, and that's what I wanted to say. When you're a new mum, as you know, you barely have slept, hormones are running everywhere. So when you go out and you have to breastfeed, the last thing you want is someone to look at you in a way that makes you feel like you're uncomfortable and shouldn't be doing that in public. I had a man that actually came up to me at the airport once, and Kensington, my first daughter, was crying and fussy, but she needed to eat. And he came up and said, you're doing a great job, good on you. And that just made me relax, and I was able to breastfeed. That's the simplest, kindest action. Now, not saying that every man should come up and comment when we're feeding.
No, please don't. Let's not say that.
A little smile and encouraging glance can be a turning point from a woman really having that breastfeeding journey, because it's so easy to give up as well. It can be a really hard time, a lot of tears, a lot of sleepless nights. And what we need is cheerleaders. So we need people in our community, in our family and friends. If it's a matter of getting you a glass of water or just saying, gosh, you're doing an amazing job, it can just help so much. Like, it makes me tear up. Obviously, I'm still in the emotional phase.
Also, I think it's important to delineate, if there are men out there watching, please don't just go up and comment on women breastfeeding, stuff like that. There is,
we're not inviting that.
It's tactfully is what you're saying.
There are so many ways that we can break down barriers for women. There are so many ways we can break down stigmas around it. I actually went recently to the local Westfield and saw the parents' room there for the first time. And they've got a great setup there. It's really clean, it's comfortable, it's inviting, where mums can not just do nappy changes but also breastfeed or bottle feed, whatever they're doing, in a safe and happy and calm environment. What are some other ways that we can make things more accessible for breastfeeding mothers? For example, in the workplace, how do we help women transition back into the workplace?
Yeah, that's so important, because I think that's why a lot of people they're not breastfeeding as much these days as well, because we do need to return to work. I know filming Getaway once, Kensington was 8 weeks old and I had to go into the public bathrooms of Movie World because I couldn't find the family room. And there I was pumping away like a cow. But I was so happy and proud to be doing it. If workplaces can provide a space for women to continue to express and pump while they're at work, it's the best thing for their baby. The next day they'll have milk, but it's also for a woman, we need to release the milk from our breasts. These sorts of topics need to be spoken about. So a woman needs to pump, they need to express their milk in an environment that they feel comfortable in the workplace. So that's definitely one way, hopefully moving forward in 2020. There's so much going on. Surely breastfeeding should be just one of the most celebrated things rather than talking about such the anxieties and stigma of it.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a really special thing. And to echo your sentiments too, hats off to every mum out there who is doing their absolute best to feed their baby and to nourish their baby in whatever way works for them and their family. And hats off to you, 2 children under 2. Charlie Robinson, you are super mum.
It must be burping time now, Charlie. I don't want to, that was a good 5-6 minute segment. I think we need to burp.
Well done.
Yes, really. Thank you so much, everyone, and all the best.
You
Take
too,
care.
beautiful
Good to see
mama.
you.
Gorgeous baby.